Hi, Sean Haynes of the Ag Center, giving you a weekly update in commodity markets here in California. Dairy prices remaining about $18.12 per hundredweight in April, and averaging about $18 out for August. Not a whole lot of changes recently. The production report came out for the U.S. showing California production volume down about 2.1%, with U.S. production up about 1.5%. Just more milk per cow as the herd recovers from bird flu, and about 9,000 more cows than the prior month. A lot of us are kind of wondering if that's going to be long-lived. That increase in the herd that we've seen month over month the past few months really isn't coming from extra heifers in the herd from expansion, but really guys holding these cattle longer. You can see the age of the herd growing out there, and I think in the long run we're going to have about a 2.5 million head shortfall in heifers to replace cows. We're only about able to sustain a 41% cull rate, which is really light here in the U.S., and slaughter volumes are also kind of pushing that idea to me as well. If I look at slaughter volumes on cull animals, they've been shrinking every month for the past 18 months. We finally fell below the 100,000 mark recently, with plants only running about 60% capacity when normally they were at 80% capacity. So as these animals get older, I think you're going to kind of see them finally drop off just from age-related issues. It's going to put a continued pressure on the heifer market, which is also why we see heifers in the $3,900 to $4,000 range recently, and also cull prices remaining so high at the $147 to $155 for high-yielding Holsteins. Bull calves still high at $960 for crossbreds, $550 for Holstein bulls. I think the beef markets are continuing to remain very strong. Not a lot of cattle coming in, no cattle availability, no retention in the native herd happening. We're seeing $450 per pound on a regular basis for 4.5 weight steers. I think pairs at $2,600 to $3,550, and then bred cows at $2,000 to $2,600. I think heifers still are about 38% of the total animals on placements of feedlots. Until that number gets down below 30%, it's not really going to signal rebuilding in the herd. And until that happens, you're not going to see any kind of pressure, I think, coming from the inventory side at least to bring prices down. Consumers still buying beef readily. We're kind of heading into the summer grilling season, so all intents and purposes we look very strong. Last but not least, on the beef and dairy side, there's two new LRP programs coming out. One that's going to allow you to use LRP insurance to kind of lock in your cull price on cattle, and also one for your drop calf price at the dairy side for these feeders going in. So allow guys to at least take advantage, maybe push out these prices on a long range if they're worried about things coming off in the short run. Forages, last but not least, kind of been under pressure. Winter forages down to $25 to $35 range in the north market, $45 to $35 range in the south market. Hulls down about $90 to $110 between the north and south market as well. Commodity prices have kind of come off. Milk prices have also come down. That's putting some pressure on these guys, and it's kind of come out onto the feed side, with most farmers seeing a loss this year on the crop. That's the quick and dirty update I've got this week. Thanks.